Welcome.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yes.
Thank you, Ryan.
All right.
Good morning. What an energy. Glad to be here, and thank you so much for coming. I'm Shalom Daniel, the CEO and founder of Mush Foods. What Mush Foods is doing is growing mushroom mycelium, which is actually the root structure of all the mushrooms, above ground. And with this, we're producing a product that's designed to specifically reduce high amounts of meat within meat products. Why within meat products? It's because, unfortunately, you know that one of our biggest challenges is how we're going to feed so many people. But yes, the alternative proteins and the alternative meat is growing, but not fast enough. Actually, it's less than 1.5% from the total meat market. It's crazy, right? We're hearing about it all the day, but it's not growing fast enough. And this is because in terms of price, also in taste and texture, and some of you here, like Matthew, Chris, probably know, and more, we're not there yet, okay? And also in terms of the health and the nutrition. So what we're trying to do, it's like other industries that we didn't move from A to Z. Take energy, for example, okay? Take mobility, okay? We didn't move from oil and gas to 100% renewable energy or electric vehicles in one day. It's a transition, it's a process. And when it comes to food, which is culture and tradition and taste, it's going to take much, much more time. So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to make it hybrid. We're trying to make it blend. And we're designing a product that will fit most of the population so they can also reduce their own meat consumption without compromising about the taste. And you have some products that our chef presented to you, and also the products next to John that you can pass over. And you can see that the impact, both in terms of the environment, but mainly in business, because this is why we are all here, right? The impact, it's much, much bigger. We're talking about more than $600 billion a year, more than $95 billion only here in the US, okay? If you want to get this mass critical mainstream market, we think that's the way. And this is our product. That's the first line of products that we're going to sell in the market. We call it the 50 Cut series. This 50 Cut series, it's vegan. It's actually only 100% mushroom mycelium that we're growing and mixing together to mimic the exact taste, color, texture of the beef, chicken, pork, whatever we're trying to exchange. And what customers are saying about it, and what you see here, it's actually pilots that we did in New York, in the States, in American Express, Citibank, Harvard Business School, Mary, and other places, and students and diners loved it. We sold 4 times more than regular burger right next to us because people understand very quickly that it's better for them. Let's leave the planet and the cows for a second, okay, aside, because unfortunately most people, don't care. But they do care about their kids. They do care about their own cholesterol and saturated fat and weight and how I look. And you can see that we sold more than 4,000 meals. We already served more than 9,000 dishes. And this is the feedback we got from these people. In a survey we did right after it, you see that most of them, thought it's like meat. And I hope you're feeling it right now. I will hear from you in the Q&A section. And they wanted to try more and more products. And also, high chefs like Tom Colicchio here in the picture and Mr. Ed Brown, the CEO of Restaurant Associates, tried it and say they want it as quick as they can because it's helping them reducing the carbon footprint while improving the prices and also bringing their own customers, Google of the world, the American Express of the world, the exact target they want to hit. And the only sign we've put there, it's this, because who's Mush Foods? We're not a brand yet, right? 50% 50 Cut blend burger, 50% beef, 50% mushrooms. That's it. People are not stupid. They understand it's better for them. Why mycelium? Because you can say, hey, Shalom, come on. I mean, you can use pea, you can use soy, you can use hummus or chickpeas or whatever. Why mycelium? So first, all the proteins that we have now in market, It's food that we are already eating, right? You're doing hummus with chickpeas. Why taking them and extract only the protein and process them and then sell back in higher prices? It's food we're already consuming. What we're doing in Mush Foods, it's actually bringing new food, because until now, this mycelium is not reachable to you. 95% of the biomass, okay, of the organism, it's growing underneath the ground, and we can't eat it. The mushroom you like, okay, that you told yesterday, it's only 4 or 5% of the total biomass. We can utilize 65, 70% of it to grow above ground. And in the end, it's all real estate, right? So we're much more efficient per square foot. That's the idea. That's the business idea. But from a culinary perspective, it has the right bite feeling like meat. It has all the amino acids, okay? And we don't need to play with the texture. It's already there. And it has the umami taste, exactly like in chicken and beef and other animal proteins. This is how it looks. That's the core technology, okay? We license it from Igal Research Institute. It's the biggest institution in Israel that's searching fungi science and precision agriculture and biotechnology. And this is where our IP stands. I will elaborate in a minute, but this is how it looks. So actually, the technology, you can split it for 3 different phases. The first phase, and this is what we licensed from Igal, it's the substrate. We are using waste that we're upcycling from the food industry, like coffee and soy, and even beer waste, okay? And with this, we're doing specific mixes for specific strains. So we are growing 8 different strains. Each one of them are bringing us something else. Then in the middle, we're using indoor farming, but not like the hydroponic and other vertical farming that you already know that, unfortunately, most of them are failed. We're so efficient because we don't need light at all, okay? We don't need to push and press new oxygen inside because we are mimicking the environment underneath the ground, not above the ground. So we're actually doing the opposite of all the mushroom growers are doing. And in the last phase, the downstream process, we are cutting, roasting, and grinding, and mixing different species to mimic the exact taste that you see. And here, I think you got the beef product. This is how it looks. So actually, each one of the products, the chicken one and the beef one, it's different strains that we're mixing inside. And we're doing it, and we're reducing the moisture level. So when you bind it with the meat, it sucks all the blood, all the fat, all the juices that we so like from the meat. And it's a natural binder, so you don't need any additives. No methyl cellulose, no xanthan gum, no guar gum, not all these things. And what I'm trying to say is, you know, Liz, don't try this 50-cut burger and choose it because you want to save the planet, okay? Do it for yourselves. Do it for your family, because it reduces 50% of the cholesterol and the saturated fat and the salt. And you're adding fibers, okay? And you're adding vitamins, and you're eating now much more vegetables. And for our customers, the value proposition, it's not, hey, Tyson Food and Cargill and, you know, McDonald's, let's save the planet. I'm not saying they don't care. They care, but, you know, business is business. They want to make profits. We can help them reduce 20% per pound in food cost. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, and that's the main issue. Of course, we can also help them reduce the carbon footprints. Our business strategy, it's actually to start to build the development and the demand from the bottom up. So we're starting from restaurants and food service chains. We're starting, actually, we established already here. I moved from Israel 4 months ago with my family, and we choose this place to start everything because this is our main market, and we're going to start production, actually the commercial production, within 2 weeks. We already started the test production and the pilots now in November. So January 2024, we're starting sales, and we're going to hit $15 million sales in less than 3 years. Why we choose this area? It's because the Northeast have the biggest population that we want in the smallest geographic place. So it only makes sense to start here and do all the production here. And also in terms of culinary perspective, this is the heart, okay, of the US to start the trends and the demand. So this is what we're looking for. We can't do it alone. We're looking for local farmers because this is our business model. We want local farmers to grow for us. We will buy each pound, and then we will do our process and develop it. So this is what we're looking for. And Actually, in the next years, we're going to bring 28 new jobs, 13 within Mush Foods, and the rest with the local farmers that will grow for us. We're going to upcycle over 2 million pounds of waste, and we're going to invest back CapEx of funds that we already took from large VCs, actually the leading VCs in the industry, in order to put back to the market. That's our team. My co-founders are Professor Dan Lebanon and Dr. Ridan Perelman. You will meet AJ right in a minute. She served you the food. And to summarize, it's a huge market. We're going to bring value proposition both to the customers and the consumers. And we're going to build here a massive industry to reduce high amounts of meat and still enjoy it from it.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Good job. Good job.
Thank you, Brian.